NiGhT GaLLeRy. And NiGhT GaLLeRy, that sounds almost like it was a TV show, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
Well, yeah, it was, right?
One of my biggest influences when I was a kid, I was fascinated with NiGhT GaLLeRy and the Twilight Zone and Dark Shadows.
Ah! Yeah, it was a spooky show.
Yes, that's what my whole world revolves around spookiness.
Yeah, did you have a favorite character?
Not really, but I tend to like those ghostly the best.
Okay.
The actors from it all the time.
Right. And how long has NiGhT GaLLeRy been together?
I started this band in the late 80s.
Wow.
And I was a product of the punk rock scene originally.
Right.
I played in a lot of punk rock bands, late 70s, early 80s.
Where? Like, can you name a few?
I played with Killer Instinct, No Control, PMS.
PMS, I remember that.
Yes, Yana.
Yes.
Was the singer of that band. And I decided, and everybody kept telling me, oh, your stuff is not really geared towards punk rock. It's more like Susie and the Banshees, blah, blah, blah. I said, I know, that's what I'm really influenced by. They said, you should start your own band. So I did.
Good for you.
My writing is more towards gothic rock than punk rock.
Right.
Although I love
Now, what is the difference? I never understand labels like that. Like, people say to me, oh, you're so goth. And it's like, what the fuck does that mean?
It's a dark...
Just because I wear black all the time.
It's a darker version of punk rock. Like Joy Division is one of my bigger influences, and and Susie and Banshees, The Cure, Sisters of Mercy. That was all considered dark rock before we coined it as goth.
Ah.
Yes.
And it wasn't punk.
What happened to the punk scene is that we went in different directions, and I started out in the melodic punk scene.
Where were you born?
I was born in the Bronx.
Me too.
And I ended
I was
up in
in
Queens
Queens
for most of my life. But anyway, what happened was we started dividing up. And the bands I was playing with were becoming really hardcore punk. And I love all those guys. I still have a lot of friends in the hardcore punk scene. But it wasn't my true following. My songwriting was geared more towards a darker edge, like Susie and the Banshees and Sisters of Mercy. So I started veering towards that. And then there was another thing coming out of the punk scene, which was new wave. And it was
because I'm thinking
the
like...
romantic part of the punk scene was Adam and the Ants and Duran Duran.
I was just thinking them, and Thompson Twins, like all of those guys.
And I love all that stuff too.
Yeah.
I love the 80s. The
Yeah.
80s was my favorite time.
It was really fun because we didn't know of AIDS yet. We didn't have, you could be 18 to get into bars. It was just a lot more
People weren't
easy.
stuck on labels so
You didn't
much.
have and it was just like, you were just troublemakers and you could be private about it. Now it's on Facebook.
So I started writing these songs.
Which is fine. It's all fun.
Our parents didn't really know what drugs were. They didn't know what acid was.
Well, they didn't ask as much because it wasn't public. It was more like,
yeah.
that's why skeletons in the closet are, I feel like we have so many. There's not as many. Well, there
I
are.
wasn't so much a druggie. I really was kind of,
Into the music.
well, my main thing was, and it's funny, I was a competitive powerlifter.
Wow.
From high school, and I won the New York State Championships in 1981 for women.
Holy crap.
And that's my little skeleton in the
Wow.
closet.
So here you go. Have some development into that.
Thank you.
Wow, that's giant. So how much did you lift?
Well, I was a little 114-pounder at the time.
Oh,
and
my
I could bench press more than my body weight, which was very good. I was bench pressed about 125. I deadlifted almost 300 pounds, and I squatted like 240.
Did you ever break anything? Like a muscle in your back? Or
I actually have some
damage,
knee problems and neck problems right now. And it may or may not have been.
Were you in any car accidents?
Yes, I was.
That's what it's from. That's what car accidents do. They fuck you up forever.
Car accidents actually put off our album release for 3 years.
Yeah, I believe it.
I was laid up for a whole year.
There you go.
We could continue. When we started recording before this car accident, in 2010, and
And it's always the other guy.
I really didn't. It was. We were
I know!
rear-ended.
It's always once I was the other guy, but most of the time I'm not. I know. I was once. I can admit it.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. So say your names so we can. We don't even know who the hell you are. Who are you?
I'm Kitty Hawk, and I am the bass player.
You're the best name.
Thanks. And I'm the songwriter for NiGhT, which is my baby, and this is.
I'm Mark Demon, I'm the lead singer.
Demon. He's related to you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
See, he wants to be related to me.
Well, wouldn't anybody? I mean.
Would that be such a bad idea?
Exactly.
There we go.
Exactly. She's Lorraine Leckie, and she always plays with her demons.
Hey.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So where are you from? Where were you born?
Nebraska.
Really? I have this big
cool.
thing with Nebraska, truthfully. And do you know that today was the last day that Johnny Carson had his Tonight Show? This is that day in
Was it?
history. Yeah. Yeah, May 22nd.
Yeah.
And he's my ultimate hero. And that's why he is my reason. It's another story that I don't have to tell you right now, but I will one day if you want to know. But today is the last show of the Tonight Show
I
with
used to
Johnny
live right
Carson.
where he grew up.
Oh my God, I love you just for that, because I love Johnny Carson. I really do. So, what was Nebraska like? I hear it's pretty cool with music in Nebraska.
Well, this was back when there was nothing.
Did you ever tip cows?
It's about only three things to do in Nebraska: watch
Tip
corn
cows.
silos explode, tip cows, and watch tornadoes.
Wait a minute. What's the first thing? What?
Corn silos explode.
What's a corn? What?
Corn silos.
Siler?
Silos. When they
Corn
store the
silo.
corn, what happens is
I'm a city
the
girl.
dust collects up at the top.
Is that like in
Sparks and
Witness?
blows up. Yeah.
Like that? movie?
Yeah, that's the same thing.
That's it?
Yeah. And when they
I
explode,
love
it's
that
really
movie.
cool.
Wow, they explode?
They blow up.
Like with a match or by themselves?
The air conditioning system sparks and it just blows up.
Oh, so it's post-electricity.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm concerned with the cows. What's cow tip?
It's terrible.
cow terrible.
Oh, come
It's
on.
a terrible. They
That's
love it.
terrible.
They do. The cows like it.
Yeah,
Tipping them over?
No, but that's what they do. They have nothing else to do.
You can't
Basically,
tip them
yeah,
over.
what you do is you
Giant.
run at
They
them
do.
really fast and run into them, and they fall over and make this really pitiful sound.
Now, are you
Yeah.
usually drunk when you do that, or do you do it even like when you're not drunk?
You do it when you're bored.
Yeah, right? Exactly.
You take a flying run at motherfuckers?
No, they make them run, right? I don't
Well,
know.
they chase you.
What do they sound like?
What do they sound like? They don't really go moo?
No.
So old McDonald was flying?
Yes, he was a lying sack of shit.
Oh,
Remember that.
McDonald. It's not a moo moo here. It's a what? That sounds like a sheep.
Same thing. Just move the people.
Oh, that's funny. So when did you move to New York?
It's my fault.
Yeah,
Good for
she
you.
dragged me here. I was actually living in D.C. at the time, working at the Pentagon.
The Pentagon?
Yeah.
Are you serious? Were you there when the plane went in?
No, just after.
I say
So did it really go in? Is the conspiracy theory true?
There's a point.
What, the conspiracy theory?
Oh, I fully believe it.
You believe that it is a conspiracy?
Yeah.
Actually, I was talking to my boss, and
Uh-oh.
the airplane was sitting in my seat.
But it was the wrong plane.
All right.
Can you imagine where that's going
But
to go?
anyway.
Next week on
Back to teabagging.
Conspiracy theories, are they real or not?
Yeah, exactly. I know, you never know what's going to happen on this damn show. All right, so NiGhT. How many other members are there?
There are, we have a guitarist, keyboardist, drummer, violinist, and flautist.
And when's your next gig?
Next gig is Sunday, the 26th. We go on at 10:30.
Where?
It's for the Red Room Bar at the R Bar.
Our bar.
Bowery.
We love our bar. 218 Bowery. I know that address.
Yes, and this is like we're having our baby. It's in the form of this CD,
Nice.
which we've been working on for years, and this copy's for you.
Oh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And sad song? Is it?
Sad Song Day is one of the songs.
We're gonna play it right now for a little bit, and then we'll come right back. So let's listen to that song, Day.
That song Day is pretty much about a love interest that you come to, you're almost, regretful about losing, but you're losing.
Have to?
them. Yeah.
Do you want to, or do they want to?
Well, you could listen to a song and decide for
Right.
yourself. I like to leave that up to the audience.
But it's a love that has to not last forever.
One of the lines in it is, "You were never more beautiful than the day you went away." So what happens is people don't appreciate a person until they're actually gone.
Damn right. That's a beautiful line.
So you think that's how they feel? You think they still miss you?
I think people, I don't know, there's something in everybody that actually feels that way every time it happens.
Or at least you hope.
Yeah. So are you two a love interest?
We've been married for 14 years.
Aw, when's your anniversary? Yeah. When's your anniversary?
June 27th.
Me too.
Congratulations.
How long have you been married?
I'm not telling.
14 years.
Come on, that's a juicy skeleton.
Yeah. It depends which one. Yes, exactly. It's a crazy story. I have too many skeletons, but this is about them right now. So let's talk about your skeletons. Let's hear some skeletons in the closet. Your turn. Even though you just shared it. I know. He did.
Yeah.
But that was me pulling them out, not him
What
initiating.
I was going to say is I sleep with the basics.
Oh. All right, that works. There you go. Have some in elevator. You're from Nebraska,
That's it.
That's
right there.
Yeah, that's a good one. When's the last time you were out there? Do you know Luke Carl?
No.
No? I know, he's from Nebraska.
Last time I was out there was about 2 years ago.
Okay, is your family out there?
My sister lives out there.
Nice. That's cool. So, you're playing Sunday night, and your website?
The website is www.NiGhTgallery.us.
But we're also on Reverb Nation.
Reverb
Nation at
Night Gallery.
Night Gallery.
Yeah, and you wanted to bring something up about another night gallery,
Yeah,
didn't
there's
you?
some other band from Texas that has been using our name, and I feel I have more of a right to use it since I've been using this name since the early 90s. And I don't know where these people come off starting to use a band's name and not researching that other bands exist.
Yeah, but it's happened. It's happened to me many times on both sides of the coin.
I'll give them a fight tooth and nail because you know what? I have a friend who's a music lawyer.
Good for you. I might need that lawyer one day. I'm sure I will. Kick their ass. Are there any other kind of lawyers here? I probably need that guy too. Exactly. It's happened to me.
It's really disheartening. And I really feel like I wish these guys would just come to terms and just give it up and go on to something else.
Have you contacted them?
Not yet, but I think I'm going to have my friend start sending them some messages. Because I've had this name since the early 90s. There was no other band called Night Gallery. And I am on a compilation album in 1993, so I have proof. And I was on Pat Duncan's show with all our songs, so I have proof of that. And, it's archived.
Yeah.
So
Except there's something called law and if it's not trademarked and it's only archived,
Yeah,
if they trademark the name, they can do it. I hate to tell you that, but I know it's,
Seriously?
yeah, because it happened to me.
Yeah.
I had a band that I was in forever, and somebody trademarked my name.
It's going to be very hard because of the television show NiGhT.
Yes, that's true.
So it's going to be very hard to
So you're going to have to
trademark that
say
name.
trademark like Night Gallery Kitty.
No, I'm not going to do that. I feel like I've earned this. I've done
Well, we'll be on your team.
Thank
Who's
you.
going to be on Team New York?
I've been doing it so long. And I also do graphic arts for a living, and I design some T-shirts.
Oh, wow.
And anyway, I have a T-shirt for you.
Oh, my God, it's
I
my
also-
lucky day.
You get so many presents.
I
Who
do.
gets a lot of presents, but who doesn't get nothing?
You do so. Here you
I
go.
didn't get a present yet. I don't want
You can have some vanilla
candy
pudding.
ass shit.
And we're selling this T-shirt at the show as well as our CD, and you'll only be able to get the CDs and T-shirts at the show for $5 each. After that, we're going to sell them for $10 each.
Sounds
online.
good.
So you have to be there, otherwise you're fucked.
Oh, by who?
No, they're still in my closet. Sorry.
I'm just kidding. It's just kidding.
But I really need to say one more thing. Our friend Ephraim Gonzalez.
Oh, I know him.
Yes,
He's awesome.
He is the photographer who gave us the photo for our album cover.
Oh,
I
he's
did
an
the
amazing
letter-
photographer.
He is, and I did the lettering, and Mark did the booklet. And so we all kind of contributed to the artwork of the album. And I have to send a shout out to Ephraim. He is awesome.
He is
One
awesome.
of the best photographers in New York City.
It's true. He's been a guest here too.
And I also have to mention my bandmates' names. There's Jimmy Dragon on drums, and there's Jerry on guitar, and Paul on keyboards, and Sarah Beth on violin, and Cheryl on flute. She's awesome. Cheryl is my sweetheart. She is the best. And also Jesse Efros played on the album.
Nice.
And my ex vocalist from the 90s did the background vocals for us, and he's really excellent. That's
Did you pay him?
Colin
Just
Stoker.
kidding.
No, because he actually
kidding.
he's actually a co-songwriter on some of the songs.
That's awesome.
So
It's a great CD.
He's awesome too.
So you guys go way back, and this is like the most modern version of Night Gallery
This is
there
it.
is. This is it. Took 3 years? More than 3 years.
3
It
years.
takes a lot of work. Nobody knows how much work goes into a real CD. It's true.
We've been together for about 6 years since she caught me singing in the car.
Ah, and then she made you the lead singer.
Yeah.
In this current version of Night Gallery.
Good for you. Good for
We
you.
started up again in 2004. We started the band again, and the band was originally started in the early 90s, and then we broke up. And luckily, my husband can sing, so
Good for you. Good for you. Aww.
Happy ending.
Yes, happy ending. And I want to thank everyone. Lorraine Leslie, yay. Sarah Bravo, we love you. And Banjo Lisa. Yeah. Tiana X, interesting day. Don Porchella and Roland. I have to say, and Billy Mormon and Night Gallery, Caroline, Jenna, Otto Schwarzenhead, thank you EMS and New York City Police Department, we love you today as well, and Michael Paul, thank you for speaking out about what's going on in our city right now.
And come to my show and
Caroline, our director, is at Aeon of Ether at Knitting Factory. Don't miss it. We'll be back next Wednesday, back at our honest drunken ass. As my grandmother always would say, God willing.